What's happening, Mad Squad? Is Joe, aka Mad Joe C. Marvelous Inhumans episode 2. You already know, if you see my review for episode 1, you already know I enjoyed the first episode of the show, and I enjoyed the second episode as well. And one thing I really enjoyed about the second episode is, how certain people got their moments, like Black Bolt and Medusa. And I'll just talk a little bit more about it as we get further in the review. But so it leaves off right after the first episode, and they're all stranded in Hawaii. And so everybody else is trying to find Black Bolt, their king, and Black Bolt is just like, I don't even know what's going on. What the heck is happening? Everybody else is trying to find him. He doesn't know what's even going on. And one of my favorite moments was when, just seeing Black Bolts. I mean, I know they were all on Earth, but I loved most seeing Black Bolt the most, like adapting to Earth, and interacting with the humans and stuff. Like when he went into the shop, he looked at himself and what other people were wearing, and he went into the shop to get some new attire, and the lady helped him and stuff, and then his freaking dipped. It was funny seeing, because he's a king, so he isn't like, I'm supposed to pay for this like all of you and stuff. He just freaking left. Like, he's a king, so he would give people looks like, you do realize you're talking to a king, right? With some of the things they would say. So I really liked seeing Black Bolt interacting with everybody on Earth. And his moment was when he didn't say anything. He just like grunted, like when he was running from the police and the guy stunned him, he wanted to say something, but he didn't want to destroy the place. So, that he got stunned, so you're going to react to that. So he just like made a grunt sound. And so it didn't do much because it was just a grunt sound, but it was cool how the police cars, how he did that to the police cars. And I hope we do. I know it's on a TV budget. I know that. Okay? But with the budget that they have, I hope we see some more Black Bolt voice action. Okay? I'm not saying I want cities to get destroyed, but I do hope we get to see more action than that, because we already saw that in the trailer as well, and now we've seen it in the show. So if that's all that we see from Black Bolt, I will say I would be a little disappointed if that comes to pass. Okay? And this is one con I had. Like I told you guys, I'm enjoying the show, but I'm going to be downright honest and say things that I saw that I liked and that I didn't like, or that I thought was good, that I thought was bad. Okay? And one thing I think, and I actually meant to mention this about episode 1 as well, I forgot to, the action, like the fighting, the choreography, I think it needs work. I think it could be better. I think it could be better. Specifically, I'm talking about when Karnak was fighting the dudes I'm talking about in the first episode. When Karnak was fighting the dudes, when they tried to, they were either going to kill him or take him prisoner. When they tried to, take him in, he was fighting them. I thought, I thought it could have been better. There could have been some different choreography to it. And then, especially in episode 2, Medusa and I can't remember the girl's name, but basically Maximus's right hand girl. You know who I'm talking about. That fight scene, it was kind of hard to watch. Okay, it relied on camera angles and slow motion. Okay, I'm not gonna stunt and it could have been better. It could have been better. Like, there was, I mean, I know there was barely any punches or anything. It was mostly just like slow motion hits and punches and kicks, you know, and elbows. I think it was just a lot of slow motion camera action based fighting. So if anything, if I have a biggest con about this show, it's the fighting. Okay? I don't think I had any other cons for this. Well, I was gonna say this about the first episode, but I didn't really see this in the first episode. I saw it a little bit in this episode. Some of the lines, some like the things they said, it felt kind of like kind of something you would hear in like a generic, maybe like low budget TV series. You know, some of the lines came that way to me, but I enjoyed the show. Okay, well, yeah, the episode. I'm just saying, I saw that some things they said was like, specifically Crystal. Okay, it was specifically some things she said, and it could be because she is the youngest, so she maybe would say things like that, but it's just, when you hear it like that, it's like, that could have been written better. She could have said something. They could have said something else there, you know. So, I enjoy her acting though. It's just, I guess, the script for certain scenes could have been better. I'm liking, how we saw Karnak use his, Terrigenesis power, to try and find Black Bolt. And so, yes, I don't know how fast does Medusa's hair grow back, because, like, she is an Inhuman, and her hair is, like, really long and can do all this crazy stuff. So I assume it has a fast regrowth generation rate, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. So, I assume she'll get back before the end of the season, obviously, but hopefully we don't go, like, the whole season seeing, Medusa with no hair. Like, I do want to see some more hair action. One thing I did not expect was for Medusa to kill her the way she did. Okay, I don't know how. I haven't read the comics, so I don't know exactly how the Inhumans get down. And then again, this is an ABC show and not the movies. Not exactly Netflix, but it's not the movies either. It's ABC, so it's basically the movies, and the amount of violence, I'll say, is a mix of the movies and Netflix. It's right in the middle. What that reminded me of straight away, I'm going to tell you right now what that reminded me of straight away. Remember in Batman v Superman, the prison scene, the dude that Batman put the bat stamp on when he was in prison, and that dude walked up to him like, and he was just like in a puddle of blood. That's what that reminded me of straight away. It was just one of those things where it's like you can almost feel it happening. At least me. It's like you can almost feel it happening. It's like, and I don't know why. I just wasn't expecting her. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't. I almost wanted to maim Maximus for what happened to Lockjaw. Okay, Lockjaw has been one of my favorite parts of the whole entire show. Okay, the CGI looks amazing. He's cute. He's adorable, and I never use those words ever. So the only two things I really ever even used that word for, or I've ever used that word for, is Baby Groot and Lockjaw. Okay, they are both cute and adorable. That's like the only time you'll ever hear me say the words cute and adorable. So, yeah, I didn't like what happened to Lockjaw. I'm not saying that's like a flaw or anything, but I'm just saying that's just something. I was like, why? Lockjaw! No! You know? But you can't really disagree with Maximus, you know? I get that he's coming at it from this inside coup type of way angle, but you can't really disagree with why he's doing what he's doing. He wants a better I get that he also wants to be king as well, but other than that, he genuinely just wants all the Inhumans to have a better place, to all be free, yes, he wants to be king, but he genuinely wants to have a better home for his people. So even though he's coming at it from this way, you can't really disagree with him. And at the same, he even said to Crystal, I hate that you think of me as the villain, because he doesn't think he is. So you can't really disagree with him. I think the pacing is going good as well, in just the first two in the start off, everything's just normal, and we're seeing that the humans are getting closer to finding them, and so Maximus realizes this, and he wants to strike first before they strike at the Inhumans. And so all this stuff happens in the first episode. Then the second episode, at the beginning, they're all on Earth after they had to leave to avoid being imprisoned by Maximus. And by the end of the second episode, Maximus is already king of Adelan, has the throne, and is already talking about attacking Earth and having a better home for all of the Inhumans. So I think pacing is going well. I like all the characters, like I've said in my first review. I like the cast. I like all the characters. I think all the acting is good. Like I said, and I did like all the CGI on Lockjaw for this episode, specifically certain moments when they were going close on him. So I thought everything CGI and special effects wise was good. I just thought some of the scripts with some of the scenes where things were said, some lines in dialogue could have been better, and the fighting choreography still needs to get better. Okay, those are my only two cons. I only had 2 issues for the first episode, only 2 issues for this episode. So by that same token, it gets the same rating that the first episode got for me, at 8 out of 10, okay? I'm enjoying the show so far. Yes, it does need work in some areas, okay? You guys, I'm straight up honest. I'm not going to stunt about anything. I told you guys I was going to enjoy the show regardless, which I knew I would, okay? Even though it has its flaws, I'm still enjoying the show. I do want to bring this up right quick. Like I said, I think the pacing is doing fine plot-wise and story-wise, but actual pacing as in literally where the people are within the episodes. Karnak is still at the exact same place that he was at the beginning of the episode. Gorgon he's still in that same location, even though he's on the island now with those dudes. He's still in kind of the same location. I'd say Medusa's doing fine. She's trying to find Black Bolt. And Black Bolt, he was, going different places. He was in the city, but now he's in prison, so we're gonna have to see how he gets out. I mean, we all know he could easily get out, but he would destroy the whole prison and everybody in there. So, and since it is a TV budget, so we're gonna have to figure out how he gets out as the episodes continue. Like all the acting, CGI, special effects is good. Pacing is going well. I like the story, like the plot, like Maximus's motivations. I like how, I can't remember the actor's name, but I like how he's carrying himself. I like how Maximus is carrying himself. He doesn't think of himself as the villain. That's not how he's thinking of himself. I like how he's carrying himself, you know. So I'm enjoying the show. First 2 episodes, 8 out of 10 for me. Let me know how you're enjoying it so far if you are watching it, okay? If you enjoyed my review, let me know what you thought. Links to all my social media will be down below in the description box. There are 2 like buttons. Be sure to hit the thumb pointing up. Share this video to anyone you feel enjoy. If you're new around here and you like what you see, tap the subscribe button and ding on the notification bell to join the Mad Squad on our journey to 10,000 subscribers. My name's Joe, aka Mad Joe C. I hope you all have a marvelous day. Mad out.